All right, let's talk about something that can save you a whole lot of headache and cash. We're going to dive into how you can uncover a car's secret past so you don't end up with a total lemon.
You know the feeling, right? You find a used car, it looks amazing, all shiny, but what's really going on under the hood? Is it a hidden gem? Or are you about to buy a whole heap of someone else's problems? It's a huge question.
Look, buying a used car without doing your homework, it's a massive gamble. You're just hoping the seller is telling you the truth, and that's a risky bet. But what if? What if you didn't have to guess? What if you could get the real story? Well, that story does exist, and the place you find it is in the MOT history. Seriously, every car has lived a life, and the MOT history is basically its medical record. It's the key to reading that story, and honestly, it's your best weapon against buying a dud.
Okay, so if we're going to unlock that story, we gotta know what we're looking for. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is an MOT test, and why is its history such a big deal?
So the MOT, it stands for Ministry of Transport Test, is a legal thing here in the UK. Once a car hits 3 years old, it needs to pass this test every single year at an official DVSA-approved garage. They check all the super important stuff, brakes, lights, tires, emissions, basically making sure the car is safe to even be on the road.
But here's the thing. A single pass certificate doesn't tell you much. The real gold is in the full history. That's where you see how the car's been doing year after year. It's how you spot those annoying little problems that keep coming back, the ones the owner probably just ignored. It's the ultimate lie detector for what the seller is telling you, and it gives you the power to know when to say no thanks or when you found a real winner.
All right, now for the fun bit. Let's put on our detective hats. An MOT report is packed with clues, and if you know how to read them, you'll uncover the car's real condition in no time.
First things first, let's get the terms straight. The MOT history, that's the whole enchilada. Every pass, every fail, every little note from the mechanic, all the way back to 2005. The MOT status just tells you if it's legal to drive today. And the due date is, well, when the next test is due. You really need to look at all three to see what's what.
Okay, pro tip. Zoom in on the advisories. This is where the juicy details are. Think of an advisory as the mechanic telling you, look, this part is okay for now, but it's on its way out. You're going to have to fix this sooner rather than later.
So how do you read between the lines? Well, seeing a few advisories for normal stuff, like brake pads getting thin or tires wearing down, that's totally fine. That's just a car aging. But, and this is a big but, if you see the exact same advisory year after year after year for like a worn-out suspension part, oh, that is a huge red flag. It's basically screaming, this car has been neglected, and it's probably a money pit waiting to happen.
And here's another giant red flag. Check the mileage. The MOT history records the mileage every single year, so it should climb steadily. If you see it suddenly drop or jump around all over the place, that could mean the car has been clocked. That's where someone's illegally tampered with the odometer to fake a lower mileage. If you see that, just walk away. Seriously.
Okay, so now you get it, right? You know what an MOT is, you know why the history is so important, and you know what red flags to look for. The big question is, where do you actually get all this info? And how can you get it fast, easy, and maybe even for free?
Well, let me introduce you to the ultimate tool for the job, Regit's free MOT History Check. It gives you literally everything we've just talked about. Regit's all about being the #1 spot for awesome free car tools like this, putting all that crucial info right in your hands.
So why Regit? Well, for starters, it is 100% free. No catches. You get an instant, super detailed report. And the data? It comes from the exact same official government source that the gov.uk website uses, so you know it's the real deal. You get the full history all the way back to 2005, and you can even set up free MOT reminders so you never forget your own. It's a no-brainer.
And it is so easy to use. I mean, it couldn't be simpler. You literally just type in the car's registration number. Boom. You get the full report instantly. Every pass, fail, advisory, all the mileage history, it's all right there. The whole thing takes what, like 10 seconds? Okay, want to get even smarter about this? Let's look at the data. What are the top reasons cars actually fail their MOT? Because if you know what fails most often, you know exactly where to look first. And here it is broken down for you. You won't believe this, but over a quarter of all failures, 26%, are for simple lighting issues, stuff like a burned-out bulb. Next up is suspension at 18%. Thank all those potholes for that. Then you've got brakes and tires,
coming in at 14 and 12%.
But check this out. This number is really important. Even though tires only cause 12% of the defects, they account for a jaw-dropping 60% of the defects that are officially classed as dangerous. So what does that mean? It means when tires are bad, they are really, really bad. We're talking serious safety risk. It's one of the most important things to check.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's all about empowerment. When you use a free MOT history check, you're not just looking at a bunch of data. You're giving yourself the knowledge to make smarter, safer, and way more confident choices. It doesn't matter if you're buying, selling, or just trying to keep your own car on the road.
Look, every single car out there has a story. It's got clues about where it's been and where it's heading. So, the real question is, are you ready to read it? Thanks for tuning in.